Show every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Bliss Show. Let's go. Well, this is the Pan-African Bliss Show every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Bliss Show. Let's go. Greetings and salutations, massive. Here is Andrew Robinson, all the way from Switzerland, reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio. Greetings and salutations, massive. Here is Andrew Robinson, all the way from Switzerland, reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio.
Pretender, sishtuke dosta mapenda shipment kwa flat chako kiatokea prima leta kotachi nikitajwa na heshima breathe in release mapema jichunge tenda na pressure frequent inflex iko jump tafuta pesa treatment ni right nikipula kwa sector distance na mic na buya nkitema mistake kutry kuvuruga utahema 10 years ago nilikuwa juu ya double decker growth meko slow looking back na jicheka kwa njia ya mziki wangatam kiteseka industry queen wanangam nikibweka kulia kushoto na pita kati femini moto hoteana mbali mama watoto alia machali najua musoto mishtui na mali nafanya mziki nafanya kazi natamba mjini uskingo ndani toka mwiki badigo mtani Nairobi City tangu zamani yeah watu si wajengo sitikasa kuna mtu na cross na mesea sima geek sima show sima brand Jonathan mnyamazeni kiongea wenzako wameketi over there mama pepo ibada na zikemea mapanga amenizowea ukosi kwa panganga na umbea na tukoni wasanii tukitokea last day perform bado la kubatikiwa slowly at the top chapa kazi utafikiwa nasikia ninge flop nilio imeshikilia na shindo nani amewa stop seta nyingi shikiliwa tufanane inauma wakicheki tunalibra na dream skina bande tabita get used to na kuna samahanya chale speed bela feel ya kayangu tabaki pepe kusu kulia kushoto na pita kati femini moto hoteana mbali mama watoto nalia machali na jomu soto mishtui na mali nafanya mziki nafanya kazi natamba mjini uskingo ndani toka mwiki badigo mtani Nairobi City tangu zamani kulia kushoto kabla micros jiulize maswali mosi nini nienda kukosa bufemini moto yako shambani jaribu taguzwa hali mwili yako picha mahali mini mama watoto mama sanze ndoka slina paki mziki nimewaza geto maisha ya mtoto nicho vizuri so pesa vete changanya kasasa imefanya mkwanja cheki kulia kushoto na picha kati femini moto tena mbali mama watoto nalia machali najua msoto nishtui na mali nafanya mziki nafanya kazi natamba mjini usiku ndani toka mwiki badigo mtani Nairobi City tangu zamani kulia kushoto
Yes, karibuni sana family to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show right here on the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. 45 minutes past 12 p.m. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. And shout out to everyone listening to me on the radio station. And of course, for those who are streaming live with me from Facebook and also on YouTube. In case you are on the radio, remember you can keep your comments coming through the live stream or rather the show page. Personally, I do prefer the live stream. And of course, keep your comments coming right there in case you cannot be able to stream live with me via the radio station. I'll be able to see your comments regarding what we shall be discussing today. Karibuni sana. Even on a beautiful Tuesday, the 25th of the month of April. Almost coming to the end of this one, and I hope it has been serving you great, because remember, every time as we start a new month, we're looking forward to nothing but just positivity. But yes, karibuni sana to the first time listeners and viewers. My name is Joby once again, in case I didn't mention. But of course, this is all about listening, engaging, and transforming right here on the Black Fire Network. And most importantly, like I always say, uniting the African people across the globe. That was Femi One with a new AP. It has been released. It was released rather 8 days ago. And of course, personally, I was sampling it yesterday in the evening, and I really, really love it. So far, I got 2 jumps, which are literally my favorite. And of course, we also have HR the Messenger, who did release another album. Actually, it is an existing album. It was on all the platforms, but personally I got to know about it when it was literally uploaded on YouTube. But karibuni sana once again, and of course I hope you guys get to enjoy. We shall be coming back after this one more banger, still by Femi One, Suspect. And this actually goes, I think, to the youth. The youth are always suspect of everything, especially Samani styles are manjege, when it comes to the cops, the youths are gonna be suspect of everything. But yes, we shall be coming back after this one more short musical break as we get to break down a few points on what we shall be discussing today. Our focus majorly shall be going to Africa and what the problems we are also facing. And we've seen places like Burkina Faso, like Sudan, currently situation we're facing. We've not been able to solve all these problems because we have people who think that they actually can represent Africa better by talking about our own problems. But yes, this is Femi One. We shall be coming back as we get much more into this amazing discussion. Keep it tuned till the end of the amazing show.
Greetings and salutations, massive. Here is Andrew Robinson, all the way from Switzerland, reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio. Yeah.
Suspect. 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 Suspect.
It's like I'm on a plane, nigga. You ain't got yet.
Yes, suspect.
You have got on a single familiar suspect. The nana ni chapia chapa daily bracket. Ya taxes tuliwataga kupona na budget. Maisha soft money top shika access. Kamati juu ya mawe riba video subject. Ni marathon na mnashinda na nani fastest and madness. Na flamizi sako weni fastest. Kusaulika na kusonga na wakati. Sio kuna piko kama balkoni ya umbati na wapasi wako ndana wanabambanya ya manchi. Luka kwa mtosi wanagawanya mabakshi. Bewa moja bewa mbili za lunches na wingi wa mate. Nikiteme na happen. Funga hati kwa penali kama Kylian Mbappe. Nifeme uno si wabili ni mjaste.
Suspect.
Nivikipote kwa ploti sinyo ma suspect. Super ratchet body form perfect. Tukibonga kundu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Yeah, suspect. Bangi kitupa kwa ploti sinyo ma suspect. It's like I'm on a plane, nigga, you ain't got shit. Napenda mzigo na choro toka panda yo prospect. Squeezing na kula table moja na bosses. They can't beat me wanataka to join forces. Wana force sana ndo iwa profit na nipate losses. Adwaka ndo sana kula yo fruit ya trust the process. Wanajua I'm winning it, nimetoka chini na nimebeba uvini. Karapa ina maganji ground za kidhini. Au marapa finiki wanauliza ni nini. Niko kazini jino meno po flow kwa limit type virginity. Sorry if you ain't have to cut a bit, it's more kweli. Jelly, send your sophisticated ways on me, Jambo, you gotta pay me. I dream an angel told me pray and God will never fail me.
Yes, and my quote of the day today says, give this world good energy. Because remember, what you give is what you get. So give this world good energy. That's what everyone requires from you.
Suspect. TV kipote kwa ploti sinyo ma suspect. Super ratchet body form perfect. Tukibonga kundu utafungiwa ndani ya casket.
Suspect. Yes, but I see Danny Harrison in the building. Karibu sana. You're saying good morning and good morning to me and good afternoon to you. Yes, good morning to you and good afternoon to me. It is exactly 10 minutes to 1 p.m. right here in the 254, 50 minutes past 12 p.m. And I hope you're doing amazing this amazing, wonderful morning. Suspect.
Greetings and salutations, massive. Here is Andrew Robinson, all the way from Switzerland, reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio. Well, this is the Pan-African Bliss Show every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Bliss Show. Let's go.
Yes, and karibuni sana once again to the Pan-African Bliss Show right here on the Black Hot Fire Network Media for the 21st century. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. And of course, karibu sana once again, Danny. I hope you're doing amazing today. And of course, it is 9 minutes to 1 p.m. Right here in the 254, the 25th of April. And I hope that this month has been amazing as it comes to an end this particular week. But yes, karibuni sana, and to the amazing first-time viewers. My name is Joby. Kindly, if you are on Facebook or rather on YouTube, consider following on this amazing platform that you bump into. And of course, check out our content, what we are all about. And of course, click that like button for the viewers, or rather the Black Hot Fire Network family. Do not literally, we always say it doesn't cost you a dime. We're not asking you to donate for the likes, it is crazy. But yes, karibuni sana. As for today, we shall be having an amazing conversation. Like I said, our focus shall be going to the IMF. Literally all these organizations. We have the IMF, we have the Central Bank, we have the UN, we have the AU, we have all these organizations that are being created and not working, in favor of African people. But my surprise then, which always keeps on, which we always see the media always coming up with all the propagandas. Oh, Russia has come to help Africa clear its debt. Now the IMF is speaking on how Africa, we're going to face an economic fall of growth, and still they're the same people who are literally contributed into Africa not growing. Make that make sense to me, which is so crazy. So we shall be focusing onto that as we get maybe to the amazing period time of the conversation. But before we get into that, we shall be starting with what is going on in the 254. It is an utter shock to me as an African person. I mean, we've had these stories, but we've not seen it in videos, happening. We've heard of people who are man-eaters in Africa. We had someone like Onyancha. He was a suspect, I think that was in 2013. I can't remember clearly the year, but he was one of the suspects who actually came out as a man-eater from the 254. And I think he's still in jail because he was sentenced for life for killing multiple of people, and then it comes, I don't know, for him, we said, I don't know, it is, I can't remember the excuse of, when he was being judged and everything, but it is quite a shock to see this one. We used to all shenanigans and everything, but not this one, what I saw today. Even as I speak about it, I feel super anxious. I feel, I don't know how to say how I feel. It is just super crazy to see someone stabbing their baby to death 100 times. 100 times. I mean, we've had these people with white people who are feeding their babies to alligators and all sorts of nonsense, but not this one, especially not coming from the African continent. So these are actually a screenshot I shared with you for those who are on the WhatsApp chat yesterday. And it was a detail claiming there's a mother who is 27 years who has killed a baby, a 2-year-old baby, stabbed her to death. There's a video circulating. I would not literally tell you to go look at it. It's very disturbing. And she eats the intestine. I don't know. I think this takes me back to what we were discussing yesterday before the end of the show. If really Africa, we do have some people who are really not really part of us, because this is crazy. This is something super crazy. Let me see if I can get the whole article of it and then get to read it for you. But this is crazy. It even led me to check in, because when we were checking yesterday about if the Nigerians do have the RH blood, we saw that they do. We have the Yoruba people, and that was an utter shock to Keith. And of course, it is still utter shock to me when you wake up to something like this, literally. It is crazy. I mean, we've heard of the things. We don't know how facts they are. We've heard of Onyancha, like I'm saying, he went by the name of Onyancha. He's come from the Kisii region, from the Kisii parts. And literally, this lady also happens to be a Kisii. And this is bringing a lot of questions now, based on tribalism. Who are these people? Because again, if you confirm with the people who are confirmed yesterday on in Nigeria, in the Niger Delta, in Nigeria, yeah, we saw that the Yoruba, and this comes with tribes. What if we do have people among us literally who are literally not humans? But when I looked at the research of Kenya, apparently we do not have that type of blood, because for the article, what is saying, they're saying that for Kenyans, we do have, the study reveals that the blood group O was the most common blood type phenotype in Kenya, and that this compares well with the other studies carried out in UK, Ethiopia, and CAD. In summary, blood group O frequency was 51%, which is of which 48% was O positive and 3.5% was negative. I don't know if I'm getting the whole thing clear, but in case maybe you are on the chat and you happen to have a clear clarification, but what I see is that we do not really have the RH blood. I'm just wondering what is really going on. Let me see if I can really get the whole article for you, but it is so disturbing. It is so crazy. I don't understand what is going on with Africa. I don't know if it is the situations of living. I don't understand if it is mental health issues, but there was something I was reading earlier which can literally be leading you to this kind of situations. And I don't know if it really makes sense. Let me just try read it out for you, and let me know if you really get to relate with any of this. So they're saying that you could be bipolar. I don't understand. It could be, maybe you are bipolar, and then personally, I think bipolar people can literally kill others. That is, personally, I do believe that. They're saying that euphoria or a high mood is an extreme contrast to a depressed mood, and it is the sleeping significant. Literally, they're trying to explain the situation that could have led this woman to killing this baby, which is just not making any sense to me. They're claiming bipolar, they're claiming mental illness, and a lot of things. But I want to understand, family, bipolar depression, they're calling a lot of things, mental illness. Where are we heading as African people to this particular state? You hear someone has stabbed their baby 100 times to death. It's crazy. It's disturbing. And I hope they rot in prison. I wrote they rot in hell. That is so disturbing. That is so disturbing. And what I feel is like we do have Caucasians among us. That is what I personally feel, according to my conclusion. But moving on, still coming from Kenya, yesterday mentioned something very interesting regarding where we had the CS, the Secretary of Finance, the Minister of Finance. He came forth and said, this was on Friday morning at 6 a.m. He said that the price of ugali shall not be reduced. It shall remain the same price, and we shall have to wait a little bit longer for the price to be reduced. He says that the CS revealed that Kenyans will wait longer to access the cheap unga despite earlier announcement from the state. Today, as we speak, electricity bills are soaring higher and higher. It's crazy. The way I used to buy tokens totally right now, how they could make me last is totally different. It's totally crazy. But right now I've seen still, and this is all we see. It's crazy how we see that our puppets are willing to work with the other nations to make everything work, but not for the African people. It's crazy how we see the Italian companies, the Chinese, everything they want to access in Africa. It is so easy and smooth for them, but not when it comes to African people. But am I surprised? At this point, no. Because all this is a system that has been made to stay here, or rather to work like this on a purpose. And the purpose is to keep on stealing minerals, keep on making people focus on the poverty they have. To this point, we've seen people having to fast and pray. And I don't know what the hell is going on to people stabbing others and their own children. We are dealing with so many crises right now in Africa, to the point I'm just confused, where am I living? Because if you try look, we are on the Black on Fire studio right here, but literally on the ground, shit is going on. A lot of blood is being shed everywhere, secretly and unknowingly. At this point, before I even read this, if Africans are not really waking up with all the shenanigans going on, And even this issue of religion, if this is not something that is supposed to make us wake up way early enough to see that our own people are being genocide through our own pastors, because I do not understand what is going on at this particular point. We're claiming so many people dying. It's not something so easy to report, trust me. It's not so easy. It's the real world we're dealing with. Yes, I understand that, but it's not easy. Imagine if you do have your own beloved people outside there, then here it's crazy. This shit is mind blowing, and I think it's mind blowing me even more with now, if you connect with everything that we've been discussing in what, oh my god, this is just crazy. But let me move on. Yeah, let me just get to the actual fact of what I was talking about. So we've seen about Ugali, and currently as we speak, we've had again the same people speaking on electricity and saying that electricity actually is gonna be, it may not drop anytime soon. Okay, it won't drop anytime soon. In the sense that Kenyans will continue to foot high electricity bills unless there's a reduction in the cost of fuel, removal of exorbitant taxes, and fluctuations in the local currency against the dollar. And a Senate committee had yesterday. There was a Senate a motion that was had yesterday, and on that motion, still, I've seen that they're literally raising the taxes high. So how can you tell me the ugali flour or literally even the electrical bills are gonna go higher, are gonna go lower if you're literally raising the taxes? Kenyans will not continue to foot high electricity, but will continue to foot high electricity bills unless there is a reduction of high cost of fuel. And we know this is a lie. The fuel right now, as we talk, it's going higher. Removal exorbitant taxes, which is soaring higher, because today, as I speak, as I read this, the taxes have been raised higher on everything. On everything. There's nothing that's really, really pinching me so hard when I'm buying electricity right now. Trust me. These people are deducting a lot of these. Damn. Man, I don't know. At this point, being honest, I'm confused too. I don't know. Like, where are we heading? Because shit is real. Where are we heading? And it's funny how I can't go complain about this alone. And I'm certain there are a lot of people seeing this clear theft. If I'm to read the taxes they're deducting, man, it's crazy. You buy tokens for $10, they give you tokens for $5 or $6. Where's the rest of the $4? Or this has been deducted for this and this. Let me see what they really, what do they cut it for? Let me see. We have taxes imposed on the other charges. These are, even other charges are not even mentioned. They're not always mentioned. They're not always mentioned. There's just other charges, and it's a huge amount being deducted out of what you're getting. Oh my God. I'm tired. I'm tired being in Africa. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired. There's too much negativity that it just sucks. It just sucks. Trust me. It's boring. It's boring. And you can't really ignore it thinking that, this is not happening. It's happening. It's reality. It's happening. The more we don't want to talk about it, it's happening. Because they're like, the people are ignorant. So we continue. But it really sucks. This really sucks. This makes me want to play that video of, because do you remember yesterday there was a video sharing of Professor Lumumba, which I forgot to share with you guys on WhatsApp. He was speaking on the same shit. And now we have the IMF, all these organizations that have been created to talk about the African problem. How can we solve our own problems when our own enemies are the ones talking about our own problems? This shit is crazy. Then you're saying that we got the same problems with black people in America. It could be deep-seated self-hate issues as usual. They also that's also why I say self-hating Negroes are dangerous and it's harmless. I agree with you. I agree with you. And they think if you're speaking of self, I don't know if you speak of even self-hate, should we even include our own puppets? It's like, I don't know, man. Shit is just crazy. It's crazy. Sometimes it's hard to process everything that is going on. Composing yourself, coming to talk about a lot of things here is just crazy. It's just crazy. Along with that, it's crazy. We have the electricity bills going high. We have the taxes, which have been raised 10 times higher. Okay. So we understand why we can't have ugali flour going lower anytime soon. The electricity bills are not going to be reduced anytime soon. And it's crazy. We still listen to this this so-called Ruto, this guy lying to us shamelessly. And with the audacity of you go there, stand and listen to this person making promises over and over again, telling you how he's gonna make it. Is just a month ago. Oh my goodness. But of course, he's going to give us what we want to hear. And these people who have been given the job to say whatever they're supposed to say are not the ones who are going, literally, oh my God. At this point when they talk, because when I'm reading this article of the Minister of Finances, the one saying about how ugali is not going to go lower, how the electricity bills are going to remain the same, they're going to go even higher. We're not even sure because they're claiming about even our own plans. I don't know. Excuses that are just not making sense. At this point, when I read this, I'm blaming the person who's literally giving the information. But we forget there's a higher person giving the information. Ruto is passing an information being passed to him. But if I read a tweet, I'm reading the tweet which is coming from directly the person who has tweeted. Forget him, because that is what we really do. At this point, if I look at most of the Kenyans who are going to be complaining rather on Twitter who are talking about electricity, they're not mentioning Ruto anywhere. Majority of them who do not understand what is going on, they're like, okay, you've been kept there to do your work, now you're stealing, blah, blah, blah. But they do not understand these people, also people following orders. But it's no excuse. Like I said the other time, our nations are where we are right now because we've allowed puppets who are going to be working how they want, according to their own rules, not according to our own rules. Shout out to Kagame again. Rwanda might not be having a say that much. They might be, I think Rwandese are literally quiet people, personally, the way I view them. They're literally not like hyper like the way Kenyans are, or maybe the way I see Tanzanians are. Tanzanians are also hyper. Nigerians are also hyper. Congolese are also kind of calm. But Rwandese look sort of so calm, not to speak about anything. Because literally you can't even talk about Kagame in Rwanda, but still see how is ensured his country is under control. It's working in order. There's no blame games of who did and who didn't. It's him taking his blames for himself, because he knows at the end of the day, if his country fails, it's him who's going to be the laughing stock. And this generation to come and this generation to come, it's always going to be fingers being pointed to him or his generation because he failed to make the nation what it was supposed to be. But apparently he's doing the opposite. He's doing amazing, personally, according to what I see. It's not like we can't compare to Kenya. Electricity, now we've been told about ugali flour. Electricity. Who are these people who have been put in these particular areas to work and literally ensure that everything is being delivered in the country? Are they doing their work accordingly? And if they aren't, what has been the consequences? Oh, it's a give me, I give you connection thing right here in most of the African countries. Things cannot work correctly because we have people who are in the system and who are greedy, and it's families who are not there for others, but just themselves and their families. This is just so sad. This is so sad. On the other end, as we speak, you remember last week we were talking about the issue of this one of the hospitals, which we had staffs that were literally fired because of letting a mom die while she was in pain, in labor pain, outside the hospital, and the baby ended up dying because the mom was outside the gate of the hospital and the hospital management did nothing. They watched this woman crawl till I don't know who came to help her, and by the time she was being taken to the hospital, the baby was already dead because she was too much in pain of labor. But on the other end, we have things like the NHIF. NHIF is a card which you use for medical services. You know, you pay 500, which is $5 a month, every month, and this money, in case of any emergency, I don't know how it really stands. I think it stands even for children. I'm not really certain. I've never done the whole follow-up all thing because it's a scam. It's a scam. But I know it's a card that literally stands for emergencies in terms of any health crisis. But every time you're gonna go, because I remember personally my mom had this NHIF card, but it never helped her. You're gonna be saving $5 every month. And let's say, I don't know if there's a maturing period. I don't know how literally it goes. But every time you're gonna go to use this money, even let's say it's been 5 years, you've not touched even your card, to cover up your bills, you're going to be told that your money is not enough. They're going to give you less amount of what you've literally been saving. So our president has come forth, despite that not working, and despite having evidences of how the NHIF staffs and the members in board and those who are actually managing the whole system, how they've been stealing money, they have been buying lands. We have articles of every one of them. Ruto has not done anything about it, but instead, what he has told Kenyans, convinced Kenyans to do, is that he's going to reduce the amount of payment from $5 to $3. Still, let me tell you for a fact, it's not going to work. Whether they reduce the amount or not, it's not going to work. Because this money has been, let me pull up those articles for you very quickly and read them for you. Let me pull those articles of NHIF, how they were exposed on them stealing people's money. And they gave excuses. And of course, they walked scot-free like they always do. Let me pull that up. Scandal. Let me see that. The NHIF scandal. Yeah. So we had over 10 billion, which has been lost. 10 billion. This is in January 2023. And it dropped the charge. The court did drop the charges after still having people who are accused on all this. Now, this is a system that is supposed to work correctly. This is a system that is supposed to work correctly. And Kenyans and Africans, the rest of also the African nations, are waiting for Africa to work correctly while you're seated, while your money, your own money, is being stolen. We are so crazy. At this point, I'm just tired. Like I'm saying, I'm just tired. This is what happened. This is the saying that over 10 billion did fear to be lost. 10 billion Kenyan shillings was feared to be lost in the NHIF pay scandal. And they're saying that the National Hospital Insurance Fund could have lost more than 10 billion in false medical claims investigations. This was in the investigations that were given, and the sources say that the figure had been flagged as a fraudulent and was part of about 50 billion paid to NHIF by Treasury as a capitation premiums for medical covers for civil servants. Kenyan Police Service, National Youth Service in the Kenyan prison. Since this was actually part of the money that was stolen from the NYS in 2013. And the capitation is a payment arrangement for the healthcare services providers whereby a physician or group of physicians are paid to set amount for each enrolled patient assigned to them. And the investigation are focusing on reports that some rogue NHIF officials might have concluded with hospitals to generate false medical bills for workers who have never sought treatment. And the detectives were said to have stumbled on a pile of documents related to premiums from the special medical schemes worth 12.7 billion Kenyan shillings annually, in which it was suspected that some NHIF officials and hospitals administration conspired to double charge the government in medical bills. Not the government, but they have been working together. And all this money is being looted from citizens. All this money is being taken away from people who have signed in to using that card of NHIF. And if you can remember about it clearly, that money is literally that the tax money is also being deducted from that. Probably God knows they're deducting some tax amount maybe from all that. Then later on they're gonna tell you this is the only amount you had in your account because you had to pay taxes. Now we're being taxed on everything. We're gonna be taxed on even eating. God knows we're also being taxed without knowing. But Danny is saying that, like he said on the show, this past weekend, we really need to clean houses and rebuild ourselves from the bottom. That's the problem with us as African people. We want to clean other people's houses, like I also said last week, and not clean our own. You can't leave dirty dishes in your own house and go clean dirty dishes at Jerome Mosquitoes. Why can Joe Mosquito clean his own dishes and you clean yours? Why can't each individual deal with their own problems? And at this point, I'm talking about not as us as African people. As African people, we need to come together and work together to clean our own house. This is the continent that we're talking about. We have to clean the messes that are here before we look outside. And we don't even need anything from outside, apparently, because we got everything right here. But we are so blinded. It's just mind-blowing. Trust me, I slept with a headache after yesterday's show. I woke up with a headache today, seeing what is going on in the internet. I feel like my mind is blowing. Being honest. I was having a headache yesterday after that show because everything, that shit is crazy. And then you wake up to today, people now stabbing their own babies while we're dealing with people who are stealing our own babies. Wow, just amazing. It is just amazing. Trust me. Trust me, even right now, I'm having I don't know, should I say it's a migraine? I don't know. I'm having a sort of headache that I can't explain, but it's out of what I'm seeing literally in the internet. It's just not processing in my brain correctly. And I'm like, what will happen with the rest of the African people? Like kids said too, the rest of the African people, when they get to realize what is going on, I think most of the people are going to commit suicide, true. Because this shit is deep. Oh my God. This shit is deep. Can you imagine the system we're living in? A system of injustice, a system of it's okay to shed blood everywhere. Literally we're living in a bloody system. It is a bloody system, a bloody one. Oh God. Oh, it's crazy. Moving on. Yesterday we talked about Malawi, and actually today happens to be Malaria World Day. Today, Malaria World Day. Yeah. Today happens to be Malaria World Day. And yesterday we spoke about Malawi being concluded to be having an outbreak of malaria. But today in Kenya, this is coming from Kenya. And like I said, this is gonna go. We don't wanna get deeper into details. Of course, you know what is going on. Today, this is coming from Kenya. They're saying that in Kenya, more than this shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, with every article, I think at this point, I'm just so glad. And thank you so much, Keith, for every education you really given to us. It's so good to literally learn everything the media writes. and then you get to deeper analyze it. Sometimes you might not get it really, really clearly, but with the shallow evidence and the shallow hidden truth they try to put on every article is some hidden, let me say, with every article they write to hide the truth is the hidden truth. Every conspiracy theory that they say is a conspiracy theory is a truth. Okay? Now this shocked me. In Kenya, more than 3.5 million people get malaria every year. In Kenya, more than 3.5 million people get malaria every year, according to the CDC estimate. Who's giving the report again? So let's draw the line there. It's not Kenya, it's not Africa, it's not Congo, it's not Malawi, it's the CDC. Okay? The Center Control of Diseases. And remember, I was very, very much focused on this issue of the Center Control of Diseases, which was not kept here to literally work for Africans or not the Africans' health. Let's continue. More than 10,000 Kenyans die from this every year. It's more than 10,000. And it's more than 10,000, like they're saying, it's more than 10,000. And God knows what they do to calm the situations, or rather to make this happen. And this is an information given by Francis Ndugu, and he's a malaria pneumologist at Cambry Wellcome Trust. And he says, in the case of malaria, a mosquito bites you and injects a parasite from form called prozoites into your skin, and those prozoites through the lymph and the blood circulatory system, and eventually ends up in the liver. So the vaccine that we are talking about, the R21 Matrix M vaccine, interferes with the protozoites, stopping them from invading with the liver. And hope is on the horizon with a new vaccine, R21, whose preliminary results from early testings have suggested that it is far from effective than the RTS. Malaria vaccines that only one currently authorized form of use is being processed by the WHO. And of course, we see the WHO, the R22. I don't want to go deeper into that. We know what is going on with this outbreak of malaria. It's been the malaria day. I don't know what is going on all over Africa. But I hope parents are not this stupid at this point to not know what is going on. But with everything I'm seeing on the internet, I don't know, man, what to talk about Africa right now. I'm confused. I am mind blown. You ever wanna go somewhere cry? I wanna go somewhere cry because this shit is fucked up. This shit is messed up. It's just crazy. It's crazy who we're dealing with. And it's crazy that we have children who are growing up with so much hope of these people that are actually nice. It's crazy. Kids are saying that they can't. That's why why you can't go to the dark. That's why you can't go to the dark. I think I'm not ready at this point. I think let me stick to beetroot so far. Let me stick to beetroot so far. And ramble. I'm good for now. Because, man, yesterday's show messed me. I had a headache till I think 1. Tried taking medications. It was not. I was like, this shit is... You ever sunk in information? You feel like it's really draining you? That's how I felt. And then I wake up to the same nonsense. Now we have people eating intestines of their own children. Oh my God. I can't. I'm not ready. True. Let me go slow by slow. Let me go bit by bit. And it's true. If African people get to wake up, we're gonna commit suicide. No lie. No lie. That is the truth. Because I don't think our minds are that open to fathom what the evilness we live in with. Our minds are not that ready to open up at that point. It's not. It's a slow by slow thing. Step. It's like a baby step. And I think this is why we need, like we say, Africans need to be educated slowly by slowly. Because if this comes at once, it's gonna be a suicidal case everywhere. No lie.
See,
Karibu sana King.
and you mean, Kirby son,
Go,
you mean
go.
that, you
Go
mean,
on.
you mean that little video that you showed with Alex Jones traumatized you, and you talking about you want to go on the dark
I
web, Joby,
I
and
say
you,
it traumatized me. It did traumatize me because even when I was watching it alone, I was pausing and I'm like, no, I'm not believing what I'm hearing. It's crazy. And then today I wake up. Do you know how crazy it is? Like what we had yesterday. Then you wake up. Now we have African people stabbing their own children and eating intestines. Like, what are we talking about now? You know?
yeah, I
I
seen it.
I can't. I'm
Disturbing, but
done.
I never knew that was trauma. That little bullshit you showed. I knew it was gonna get taken down. It was gonna destroy that channel. I said, that's because they also we had that gay person that transsexual showed up. He probably was on that channel and reported it. I said, what happened to the show? They took it down. Shit. The channel. So
Shit is
I'll be
crazy. I agree with you.
on
I
Black
agree
Out
with you.
Five Live. Uh,
If Africans got to realize what is going on, it's gonna mess people up. Trust
No,
me.
because
It's gonna mess
because
people up.
you guys are childlike. You guys are too far behind the rest of the world in knowledge. So, like they
I agree
said,
with you.
imagine somebody,
I do.
imagine some shit. One of these ships that America's made lies in one of them villages in Kenya or Nigeria. They think it's some kind of God. Oh shit! So they're so behind technically and facing so much ignorance in just religion. They don't know they don't have any insight how the world works, and they don't know shit. That's why Africans are so easily manipulated too, because they got childlike minds. So yeah, all this, they could, like you said, I didn't even think that. I had no idea that was going to traumatize you. I didn't even,
It
yeah,
did. Trust me. I didn't sleep well. Like I even like I think I was having like dreams about it. Like it was so bad because I had a headache. I even tried watching Netflix the way I do after shows. I couldn't. I'm having a serious headache. I'm like, what is going on? But when I try calm myself, and the only thing I'm seeing is Alex Jones' voice and everything he was saying. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what? Is this shit real? But it's real. It's
yeah,
scary.
man. Everything he showed you is real. That's not even that bad. So exactly. So I didn't even know that would even traumatize you. Yeah, Joe. But I thought I knew you're not ready for no dark web, Joey. No, no. Oh my God,
Nah,
the
I'm
dark
not
web,
ready. I'm
Arizona.
not ready. No, not after
Alex,
seeing my own African people killing their own children to death, stabbing. If you don't want a baby, why have it? Why not take some P2 or
that's
abort
probably
it?
meant.
When
You better
it's
some.
early enough. Like
That's
why give
that's
a birth? Why give
that's
birth
mental.
to a baby you're gonna kill later? Like why?
That's mental illness. She probably had no thought of kill a child. That's just mental illness. But the Alex Jones stuff is what they're pushing. That's why I knew that channel don't get taken down. I said they're gonna take this shit down. I said, I should let Joey. Hey, we got to switch to the network if you're gonna show this. So that was my fault. I knew it. I kind of knew it because I was gonna say, hey, let me. That's why I knew immediately to go ahead and damn put it on private. I went up to the other one, Black Out Five Live. I said, oh, that shit gone.
That's why I
Yeah,
couldn't find it.
I said, oh no, that's got to. I said, oh no, anything on this shit is coming down. Um, especially with anything. Telling the truth, see, the way they control the world is through mind control, propaganda. Especially with Africa, it's a high dose of propaganda lies, religiosity, and propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called mind control.
True, and
That's
it's
how
so
people
deep.
run. That's how people run the world. So yeah, that's how they control the world. That's why. Not allowed to say any truth on their social media. That's why you guys got kicked off of TikTok. I know.
I just hope Africa trust, because if you think about it, we have people like now Madonna, we have people like Oprah, we have all these people are coming back to Africa. All these coons literally let
Oprah's evil as hell.
I
All these
don't
coons.
trust no Akon. I don't trust none of all
Oh,
these Black American artists, man. These people are
oh,
coming here to sell us out more.
he's a sellout. And Akon's not an American. He grew up in Akon's from Africa. Akon's an African who went to America, then got famous and come back. Yeah, they all sell out.
No.
Yes.
I don't trust
Oprah's
no
wicked.
Akon coming to build. I don't know what he wanted to build was it in Ghana or Senegal? I don't trust no.
He was in Senegal. He was in Senegal and Uganda. Man, supposed to be on the Kenya and Ugandan border. He ain't built shit.
I don't trust that British actor. He called himself a British. You already a traitor calling
Oh,
himself
you talking about that cool? You talking about Idris Elba? Yeah.
I'm a British actor. You know, you're already a sellout if you are a British actor. You literally black and you call yourself.
He didn't want to. Yeah, I got to give that guy credit. The dude on the Woman King. What's the guy played the king? Played the king. What's the black guy's name? The other British actor. He said, "How you didn't call yourself black? You're from Africa. You know, whatever that guy's name that plays on the that played the part of the king on the Woman King. I forgot the guy's name. He's been in a bunch of movies and shit. You know, I forgot his name, but he called him out too. Because these are coons. Understand? All their daily bread to white people who put them on as actors. Not independent. About everybody support all the debaucherous stuff in our community. You know, Elba's been a coon. But
well, I hope at this point I think we need to take microphones, go outside there and preach and literally let African people know Jesus is not coming, but we have people who are coming to take away your children, and you need to be very woke. Because you can see now they're using the poverty mindset and the religion mindset to get even now to the babies and the parents. Once you have this and you come to Africa with the African parents who's in poverty and believes that, you know, America has everything best to offer, especially with your child, we're done. We are done. We are doomed as Africans. We are doomed completely.
You said in Seattle they'll lock you up if you find they're trying to turn your child into a damn man into a girl, or a girl into a man. You know, it's absolutely crazy. So I'm not going to discuss this on YouTube because this is what they're promoting. You go against it, they tucking down your channel, they cutting you off. This is what the elite are promoting. If you don't understand, it's about transhumanism at all costs. And stuff like this we can only talk about on the network. We can't. If you go show Alex Jones, we got to be on the network. You can take people on YouTube, but then you got to switch over to the network because you can't do anything.
I think that we were supposed to be having shows twice a week on the network, but most of the people in Black Hot Fire network are not proactive. That's the problem. We are supposed to be having shows.
Yeah, that ain't Black Hot Fire. That's black people are fucked up, Joby. I'll try to teach you this. Black people are fucked up. They are black people, period, are fucked up. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They're not proactive. They're reactive. We always lose. Globally, we are not a proactive people. White people are proactive. Black people are reactive. That's why they lose everywhere. You'll tell people over and over again, go here, go there. They'll say, oh, I was wondering what happened to you. I ain't seen you in 3 months. Motherfucker, I told you 3 months ago to come to the network. White people, you ain't got to tell but one time. When they power is being threatened, that's why Rumble's so big now. All the people on Rumble, Joby, got kicked off of YouTube. And then people went over there. You can't tell black people to do shit. That's why we lose. We're childlike people globally. We're reactive, not proactive. You see it over and over again. Come on Friday, we're going to be on, you've heard that, but Friday, we're going to be on the network. And they say, oh, Joby, where you was at? I already told you. You got me. I told you. Every Friday. We already told you. We're going to be on the network. Every Friday. I don't even get mad about it no more, Joey. I don't get mad. I know.
I get mad
Black
because
people
keep on telling them, then they don't listen. It's true. They're not proactive.
because white people are fucked up. Black people don't care about the survival. The child like, why we always on the bottom? Why shit don't work? And you can't even tell a motherfucker, hey, we're gonna be over here at this time, these days. Oh man, wonder what happened to you. God damn. God. So I already know what to expect. I don't get mad. Yeah, we're going. But we do need to go back to that. Doing the show 3 times a week. You're right. We got to be committed.
Yeah.
Doing the shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the network. Period. We'll come on YouTube first. We'll come on YouTube like 20 minutes to get everybody in. Then we switch to the network on
exactly.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
What is the essence of us saying we need to create our own media platform where we can talk about everything, and we're not using it. We're not using it. You know?
That's right. You're exactly right. I'm like, man, these goddamn Negroes, boy, they just fucked up. You know, black people fucked up.
Very proactive. So I think we're gonna update everyone maybe on next week or maybe this particular week too. From next week we'll be doing that because
we're gonna be on Fridays. Yeah, we're gonna be on Wednesday. Yeah, because we're not gonna be able to talk on YouTube. We're just not gonna be. We lose too many channels. We can't keep a channel up more than a month because I don't know how to be sensitive. I don't know how to be phony. I don't know how to talk about shit that ain't important. You know, most niggas. That's why people on YouTube, most black people, you go in their space. Only reason I get information about black YouTube because of Big Cheese. I can't even watch it. It's so toxic and moronic and full of nonsense. I can't even watch this shit. Like, I'm out of here. I can't. I find myself on bitch shooting rumble all the time. I don't know what the hell is going. You get the damn YouTube is about dating. How can I get a woman? Oh, you bitches ain't no good. Or you Negroes ain't no good. It's all moronic shit.
Crazy.
What YouTubers doing that? What YouTubers like? I'm out. I'm out. I can't take it. I'm out. So, yeah, we can go along because Katie ain't here. Katie,
Katie's here. Katie's already here.
God damn. Anyway.
Oh no, sorry.
Show ass. I gotta go. Katie's show. Whenever shit get good, we gotta go all the time. Anyway.
I've allowed myself to let the show go on, but Katie's gonna be coming at me. Then she's gonna be mad. You know, I've taken our time, so please.
Hold on. Let me finish this damn shit. God damn it. So, you know, as black people, we're not and that's why I say a lot of black people not survive when shit hit the fan. They won't survive because black people don't prepare for shit. They don't know shit.
Censorship of the last
so black people don't prepare for nothing. They're ill prepared. They live a life as children, especially in America. They're like childlike. Like they don't want to hear bad news. I don't want to hear no bad news. Jesus gonna save me. Jesus the Lord. It's okay when your backbone touch your stomach, nigga, because you ain't prepared. Waiting on Jesus. And I heard I was talking to the Uber driver yesterday. Was taking me over to work, talking about some damn. He was already getting prepared. Said, man, you shot everything gets high. People can't afford stuff. And I said, this white motherfucker telling the truth. Let me. Said, man, a lot of people not gonna survive. You know, shit's all expensive. They talking about the dollar collapsing. Black people got no clue. Ask the average black person about the dollar collapsing. They don't even know it. You what? They wake up one day and the dollar ain't got no value. It's zero. All they food stamps, all that welfare shit they've been given, that's gone, Joey, immediately. All that assistance they've been given, that welfare these women been given, the child support's gone and your welfare's gone. What the fuck you want to do?
You're about to get it. You're not only gonna be on Section 8 no more, you know.
Section 8's gone. Section 8's gone. Your welfare's gone. Your goddamn child support, all that shit's gone.
Gone.
So you ain't got no money to pay for shit. You got kids. You tell you didn't need no man. See, reality now, because the white supremacist system now collapsed on your ass, right? Now reality is smacking you in the head. What am I gonna do? You said you didn't need a man. White man told you didn't need no man now. You know black man. So now you can't fend for yourself. You know how to do anything that you know how to go out and hunt. Like, you know how to hurt birds. What are you gonna do? Because you're gonna see, because white people gonna be in the same situation you in, and you're gonna find out how vicious they are, you morons. You're gonna find out the truth. And I'm gonna love. You're gonna find out the truth. Oh, you moron. Oh, it ain't that bad. White people. You come to their house, they gonna shoot you in the head. They're not gonna come knock on their door. They ain't got nothing for you. They've always been prepared. And it's funny, white America's been preparing for this. Has black America? No. See, white people are proactive. Black people are reactive. So when you reacting to this situation, you're too late. You caught out there. See, white people are proactive. They're already stocking food and weapons and shit. Well, most white people already got weapons and food. They'll tell you it's all on the internet. Right, we got weapons and food. Black people play games, shake their ass on TikTok and Instagram, all kind of nigga shit. What they call it? All this kind of nigga shit. You ain't prepared for nothing. You don't realize the world you live in, you're childlike. The dollar is about to collapse. Everybody knows this. And you ain't prepared for none of this? You don't know. So now you're going to have to react to the situation, and it's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for you. When white people are already proactive, okay, this is about to happen. I better start doing this. So, hey, so when you got people over and over again, hey, we're going to be on the work Monday, Wednesday. Yeah, we just doing Friday. Everybody be, I didn't know you was on the network. God damn, we've been saying for a year Friday. I didn't even know, dog, you was on there. You on it. Joby and them on the network? I don't even answer. I said, I don't even know. I don't know.
Sister Michelle, we do the shows every Friday on the network, every Friday. But I think we're gonna change, especially for the Africa Today show. That is
yeah. Every day should come on Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah.
Oh, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah, but every Friday, I think we've been saying this, man.
We take it at Pacific time on Friday.
all the shows, like every time you hop on my show, is the same time we have the show on the network. Katie's the same, the Rhythm Scoop. Usually the Rhythm Scoop we bring it on YouTube for every Friday because we have a guest.
So what we'll do is we always have the show. Joseph, it's the same time. It's 1:15. If you're Eastern time, it's 1:15 every day, Monday through Friday. Or if you're Central time, it's 12:15. If you're Mountain time, it's 11:15. If you're Pacific time, California time, that's 10:15. So if you're out in California or with Georgia up in Western Canada, it's 10:15. If you're with Zola, that Mountain time, Colorado, all that shit, that's Mountain time, so it's 11:15. If you're in Central time, like Big Cheese, it'll be 12:15, and Janet 12:15. If you're out Eastern time, like me, it's 1:15. And you too, Michelle, you're in Detroit, that's Eastern time, so that's 1:15. That's every day. It's the same time on the network. Yeah, we're gonna start going back on network at least Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, we should, because we can't keep on saying we need a pro, we need to create our own while we have it, and don't use it, just use it once a while.
That's right. I'm paying for the shit. It ain't cheap, and I ain't using this right. That's true.
It's not cool. But anyway, before we wind up, I see Sankenon Karibu Sana, and Danny is saying that let's do the network thing the way we can to get more real in conversation. I agree with you, and you're saying that it's gonna get crazy too. You're saying that they're already shooting niggas for creeping on their porch, like that story in Kankasa City. Damn. All right, it's already begun. You can say the World War III is already on, like even Dr. Mombi said, it's already on that particular move. But before I wind up, I was supposed to talk about the IMF, and
But that was the IMF.
they are predicting that Africa is gonna be collapsing. The economic is gonna be failing,
Yeah,
and they're saying this.
well, they know that because the IMF is the one that gave it. They gave these fucked up loans with the dollar. IMF is the one controlling the American dollar. That's the IMF is owned by the Rothschilds and Rockefeller, so they know. They know the debt they put in there. And they know the debt they've given for China that's
Exactly,
coming in. So they know
exactly,
they
because they're
once
the
did
ones
it.
who have been giving us empty,
Yeah,
literally,
they once did it.
this debt that we don't have, fake money and all that bullshit.
Exactly. You don't got Africa didn't have any debts because people stole the shit out of Africa and giving you fake paper. Just like when Shimani showed me that video. Shimani, if you did shit that video with Joe Biden out, Shimani gave me a video from TikTok. It's so funny. They had the queen of that old Queen of England bride who's dead. I don't know, God bless the dick. Thank God that miserable
Yeah.
bitch is dead. So, um, she walking this big old gold vault, and all that shit came from Africa. All that shit was stolen out of Africa. All the wealth, all that shit came from Africa. She walked through all the gold and shit.
True, it
and,
is true.
and Africans run around with fucking paper. It ain't worth
Imagine.
nothing.
We're wearing gloves as shoes. It's crazy. They're
Yeah.
saying that the sub-Saharan Africa is facing a major financing
See,
shortage.
so I
That
want you to see, whenever they say sub-Saharan, that means black Africa, because those other places of north, see, northern Africa are not Africans, and those are invaders. I want you guys to understand that clearly. From Egypt to Libya to Algeria to Morocco, those are invaders. So when they talk about sub-Saharan Africa, they mean black Africa.
They say the sub-Saharan Africa is facing major financing shortage that threatens the region's growth, and the International Monetary Fund warned in its report about the regional economic outlook. And the organization is also warned that public debt is further delaying the region's economic recovery. And this is what they say, that the policy should stay the course of prudent monetary policy tightening. And Catherine Patillo, the Deputy Director of Africa Department at the IMF, answered the question from the African News about the religious celebration marked by inflation. The religious celebration marked by inflation. Can you imagine? Promotion and the promotion date of exports. Literally, what we know, this discussion. That's why we're going to the point where we can't be, having these medias talking about our own problem. Let us solve our own problems, because the people who are talking about our own problems at the beginning of our own
That's
problems.
why they're there. They're not going to let you solve your own problem. There are no problem. The problem is that they're there, Joby. They're not going to let you solve your problem, because if you get control of that, you're wealthy again. I'm not leaving you alone, and you got the damn wealth.
You can't request for owning something just by sitting down and you're asking Jesus to help you. Of course, Jesus is gonna help you
No.
by stealing. That is what he's gonna do. You're
Yeah,
not gonna have.
they came and told you wait for your shit in heaven, all this other nonsense, while they
Mhm,
steal and rob you blind. You got black
mhm.
people in Africa and America sitting there waiting on to die. They waiting to die to get some help. Hey, if you're dead, stupid, how are you spending money in heaven? Why you spend money with who? Who's creating money in a spiritual realm where your body's not physical? How are you spending money?
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
Wouldn't everybody be wealthy? There's no wealth. There's nothing to spend. There's no money in heaven. At this, such a place you call heaven. There wouldn't be no need for money. So that's how they
at this
destroyed your
point,
mind, because you can't even critically think.
mhm. At this point, like Professor Lumumba said, we need to create our own Africa Central Bank, and come with one
Yeah,
common currency that can work for the all of the African continent,
but now,
not just South
but
African.
everybody knows that, Joby. But the
Mhm,
despots don't want to give up their fiefdoms. That's why in the beginning they said, "Nay, we're not going to accept no country. We're not going to build no Kenya and Ghana. We're going to keep the
mhm,
borders open and make we're going to bring us back together." But all the
mhm.
despots they were putting power, they were poor and devious and fucked up, like a Jomo Kenyatta, like these morons in Nigeria. They wanted their own fiefdom, Joby.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want the United States of Africa. They wanted them to be. They come from poverty, so they put these poor Negroes out. No, we're gonna make borders. We're gonna keep the borders because that benefits who? The Europeans. It don't benefit African people. You can't be free to travel around the continent like you used to.
Yeah.
You got more division now, so yeah, I agree with you. So,
Mm-hmm.
damn, hold on. Go ahead. Got
Yeah.
call me
Yeah,
while
but
I'm doing. I gotta.
we're gonna wrap it up. There's we wrap it up. I'll
I
say
can hear. Give me
I
something to call
really
back.
I really want Africans to wake up and, stand on your both feet. Like I said yesterday, you can't be requesting for a change or revolution while you're seated and you want to keep on starving yourself to death, waiting for Jesus to come and make a change for you. While you're dead, like, Katie questioned yesterday, while you're dead, how do you receive help while you're dead? It's crazy. But I sense, you're saying that I just learned what third heaven is supposed to be. Heaven has a heaven too. Wow. Okay. I don't know about that. I wish you can explain that further, but anyway.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, let me listen real quick. Okay. See, but easier if you didn't step the teeth. Okay, I'm Kenyatta or I'm Hurutu. I'm not going to give up my power and stealing. And the guy in Kagami's not going to want to give up Rwanda and his stealing over in Rwanda. But Museveni's not going to give up Uganda to make it because they're not going to have no power in the United States of America. They'll be completely thrown into prison. I mean, United States of Africa, Kofi Dollar, they're not going to want to give up their power and their little own fiefdoms in Africa. I'm like, you ain't talking about why so many countries in one continent. Because the European set up, like they got 50-some countries in one continent. You know how crazy that is? You got no many countries like that on no other continent but Africa. Because to keep it separate and divided, keep it losing. It was set up to lose, to help to benefit everybody else but Africans. Of course, the common thing would say, hey, let's get one. That's what the common sense, Shelby said. Let's get one currency, one central bank that we own, that we control. We print our own money. You don't know about the print. Now, we all the wealth is here. We don't need no damn money. It's our shit. But since you're docile, you love everybody, you're tribal, you cannot come together. That's the benefit of the whole world. That's why they took us off of TikTok. We saying that God's telling too much truth about the religion, all the other stuff. Africans are not supposed to know what keeps them fucked up. You're supposed to believe in nonsense, so people keep stealing from the continent. You're a child, I'm coming in, I'm gonna dominate you. Shit. People come into your house and treat you like shit. You normalize that. They're not gonna try to change that. People come in your own house and tell you what to do. Hey, you niggas, get over there and do this. Like, what? It's my house. You ain't say that. Okay, I'll do it. Then I also start speaking your language in my own house. It's my house, but I'll speak your language in my house. Like, what? Nobody does that but African people. Like, shit. So that's why no one respects us.
Well, unity. It's calling for unity as African people. We know what to do.
Unity. That's gotta be the first thing. Unity. Unity. Anybody speaking non-union, that tribal shit, I'm a Lu, I'm a Kaku, you gotta go. All that fake ass shit is all phony. Because your Swahili language is older than your Lu language. No, it's older than your goddamn Kikuyu language. That means that one time to put you back on history, you were a cohesive people. One. I think Swahili's down in the Congo, in Tanzania, in Mozambique. Because you were one people. You broke up in all these goofy damn tribes. You can't figure that out? Why you goddamn Swahili's older than fucking Lua, older than Kikuyu. It's an older language. So the further you go back in time, the more united you were. You ain't smart enough to figure that out. I got my tribal beats, I'm a tribe my blood. You are a fucking moron. That's what you are. You're dangerous. African people cannot benefit and cannot even suffer fools no more. It's too late. We don't got time to be playing people tribal games. It's too late in the game now.
Exactly.
You get your goddamn mind right. Hey, I was gonna say you get your mind right or something. Because You know, I can't say it on YouTube, but so we don't have time for all this old silly childish shit. The only people on the planet still practice tribalism. Childish shit. Everybody laughs in our damn face. You're a child. Well, it's my tribe. From goddamn Nigeria to Kenya to Ghana. My tribe. What tribe? Oh, you got named and you Kenyan. But my tribe comes before my Kenyanness. My tribe becomes before my Nigerianness. Hell, Nigeria's the worst. Them niggas ain't in Nigeria until they leave Nigeria. Go to Nigeria. They don't call themselves no Nigerian in no Nigeria. At least the Kenyans do that. Not go to Nigeria. They tell you I ain't no goddamn Nigerian. I'm Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm Edo, I'm Hausa, I'm Fulani. It's too many goopy tribes to even name. I'm tired right now.
Seriously, till you discover the Yoruba of the RH blood.
Man, I got to look, man. I don't know if Joby read that right. I'm still shocked. I got to.
What do you mean? I read correctly. I read it correctly. I even had to confirm my own people right now. I had to confirm if Kenyans have that bullshit, because why are we having people killing babies? It's crazy. It's crazy. But we're going to be wrapping it up. I hope you guys.
General Mosquito was scared when I said Ghana. General Mosquito was scared. Like I got kind of nervous. Yeah, I tried to pray because I got that down. I was sun gazing. The creator always started to check these Nigerians RH negative blood. So they wouldn't have no RH negative. They're Africans. They wouldn't have that shit. Joby pulled. I didn't even know. Joby pulled that shit up, and I was like, "What? What? Oh my god!" That's why I did Joby. Oh my goodness.
Be careful. We live in amongst our own beasts, the beasts with our own color, beasts with the same color as us.
Well, they said they made Africans first before they made these other people. They had to figure out how to do it. So, like, what?
Much love, family. We'll be wrapping it up there. I don't want to take much time, and I hope you guys get to enjoy this session. Those who shall be catching up this.
That conversation better be good, Katie. Shit, this shit was good.
I hope those who will catch up this on a replay and you've not signed in on the network, don't find no excuse of saying we've not told you anything. Kindly ensure. And also, if you can't listen to the radio station, we're always live on the radio station. Shimani was live on the radio station today.
Yes, I heard it. I was looking for it on TikTok. And
I lost you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was looking for her on TikTok, and I said, "Damn, what's happening on TikTok? What's on?" That was the radio station. I said, "Oh, she there. I hear on the radio jamming. She was jamming too." But I said, and I know we got blocked. I said, "Oh, the Rhythm Scoop Show." I went back and listened to the Rhythm Scoop Show. That's why they blocked you guys on TikTok. You're talking about the Chinese and the food supply. They're talking about Africans being over-religious and the despot leaders. You're not allowed to talk about what's real. Because China's trying to take over Africa. Yeah. China don't want you to know nothing.
But much love, family.
Much love.
Yeah. See you guys. Thank you so much, Keith, for joining in. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ansanken One, Danny, Sister Michelle, and to the rest of the silent listeners. Kindly sign into the network. Be proactive like you've had. Let's make use of Black Hot Fire Network. We're here to inform each other, and the network is the only place we can talk the truth. You can see right now, I almost said even Bluetooth. YouTube is literally censoring all of our words. You say something like, hey, you're violating the rules. So kindly ensure you sign in on the network to be on the know of what is going on. The shows run the same time like you've heard, but we shall be having a little bit of a change, especially for the Africa Today show. But much love. See you guys on the Rhythm Scoop show. See you guys. Peace.
Yeah, suspect. TV kipotea kwa plot is into my suspect. Mzuka ratchet, body form perfect. Tukibonga viudu utafungiwa ndani ya casket. Yeah.
suspect. Bangi kitu papa plot is in my suspects. It's like I'm on a plane.
Greetings and salutations, massive. Here's Andrew Robbins, all the way from Switzerland.
Yeah.
Reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. Greetings and salutations, massive. Here's Andrew Robinson, all the way from Switzerland. Reaching out to all my Kenyan brothers and sisters. You're tuning into Black Hot Fire Radio.